So hello and welcome to today's class. In today's class, we will be learning how to distinguish alkyl and aryl halide, right? So if you are given with alkyl halide or aryl halide or cyclic halide or benzylic halide or benzyl halide, right? And you have to distinguish these with aryl or vinyl halide, right? So what will be the test? What you have to do, just treat this with aqueous NaOH, right? Then you have to heat this mixture to boiling, right? So heat it to boiling, okay? Then you just cool it, okay? Cool it, and then you add dilute HNO3 to it, followed by addition of AgNO3, okay? So you have to add dilute HNO3, right? That means you are acidifying the mixture, and then you add AgNO3 solution to it, okay? Now if you get white precipitate, right, it indicates alkyl chloride, okay? If you get pale yellow precipitate, it indicates alkyl bromide, okay? And if you get yellow precipitate, it indicates alkyl iodide, right? So if you are given with alkyl halide, aryl halide, cyclic halide or benzylic halide, you just add aqueous NaOH to it, heat it to boiling, cool it, acidify the mixture, and then add AgNO3 to it, right? So depending on the color of the precipitate, you will be able to make out whether it is alkyl chloride, bromide or iodide, right? Now if you are given with aryl halide or vinyl halide, okay, same, you add aqueous NaOH to it, then heat it to boiling, heat it to boiling, cool it, right, and then same, add dilute HNO3 and AgNO3, dilute HNO3, you are acidifying the mixture, right, plus AgNO3, right? So in this case you will not get any precipitate, so no PPT is formed, right? If precipitate is not formed, then it means either it is aryl halide or vinyl halide, okay? Now we will see in board exam, in what way the questions are asked from this. So the question can be asked in this way, that distinguish between ethyl chloride and vinyl chloride, right. So first we will draw the structures of both these. So ethyl chloride is CH3, CH2, Cl, and vinyl chloride is CH2 double bond CH, Cl, right. Now we will see one by one. CH3, CH2, Cl, okay. We are treating this with aqueous NaOH, right. We are heating it. So what we will get? We will get CH3, CH2, OH plus NaCl, right. Now how this reaction is taking place? Just try to understand this, that here you have a polarity in the bond, right. That means Cl is partial negative, right. In aqueous medium, NaOH will split as Na plus and OH minus, right. Now you can see here I have two nucleophiles in this. One is OH minus and other is Cl minus, right. Now since OH minus is a stronger nucleophile than Cl minus, so OH minus can easily replace or substitute Cl minus. So your product will be ethanol and NaCl, right. Now this NaCl will combine with AgNO3, okay. So NaCl plus AgNO3, right. NaCl will split as Na plus and Cl minus, and this will split as Ag plus and NO3 minus, okay, in the presence of dilute HNO3. So what I will get? I will get AgCl plus NaNO3, right. So I am getting white precipitate, white PPT of AgCl, right. So this is the test for ethyl chloride. Now we will see vinyl chloride. So in vinyl chloride, you can see here there is a resonance, right. This bond will move in this direction, right. This carbon will get a positive charge. Once carbon gets a positive charge, its electronegativity increases. So this will come here, right. That means one electron from this chlorine will come to this carbon, and then the electron which has come here and this electron will make a double bond. So you will get CH2 minus CH double bond Cl, and here a positive charge, right. So due to resonance, you can see here that the bond between C and Cl, right, here you are getting a partial double bond character. Due to this, the bond strength of this bond increases and it is difficult to break this bond, right. So if I am treating this vinyl chloride with NaOH, CH2 double bond CHCl plus NaOH, right. So since here we are getting a partial double bond character, so this OH minus is not able to replace this Cl minus, right. And what I will get? I will get no reaction, right. So let us summarize once again what we are doing. If we are given with alkyl chloride, that is ethyl chloride, So ethyl chloride CH3CH2Cl plus aqueous NaOH, heat and add dilute HNO3. So we get CH3CH2OH plus NaCl, right? Then NaCl plus AgNO3, okay, will give you AgCl plus NaNO3, right? So this AgCl will form white precipitate, okay. So this will form white precipitate, okay. Whereas for vinyl chloride CH2CHCl plus aqueous NaOH, heat in the presence of dilute HNO3, right, you will get no reaction, right. So in this way we are able to distinguish ethyl chloride and vinyl chloride, right. Now next we will see how to distinguish allyl chloride and vinyl chloride, okay. So allyl chloride and vinyl chloride. So what is allyl chloride? CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2Cl, okay, and vinyl chloride is CH2 double bond CHCl, right. Now one by one we will add NaOH and dilute HNO3 to it. So CH2CHCl plus aqueous NaOH, heat it, add dilute HNO3, right. So what you will get? CH2 double bond CH CH2OH, okay, plus NaCl, right. Now this NaCl plus AgNO3, okay. So what you will get? AgCl, white PPT plus NaNO3, right. Now for vinyl chloride, same as what we did previously. So CH2CHCl plus aqueous NaOH, heat it, add dilute HNO3. So what we will get? No reaction, right. Again reason is same. Here we will get a partial double bond character, due to which the bond strength of CCl bond increases and it is difficult for OH minus to replace Cl minus, okay. Now we will try to distinguish cyclohexyl chloride and chlorobenzene. So cyclohexyl chloride is this one. When you are treating this with aqueous NaOH, heat it, add dilute HNO3, okay. So you will get cyclohexanol, okay, plus NaCl, right. Now this NaCl on treatment with AgNO3. Okay, this all will be in aqueous state only. Okay, so what you will get? AgCl, white precipitate, plus NaNO3. Okay. Now, if you treat chlorobenzene with aqueous NaOH, chlorobenzene plus aqueous NaOH, right? Now, again you see here there will be a resonance, due to which you will get a partial double bond character between this C and Cl. As a result of this, the bond strength of this bond increases and it is difficult for OH minus to substitute Cl minus, right. So, here you will not get any substituted product. Okay. So, no reaction, right. Okay. Now, we will see how to distinguish benzyl chloride and chlorobenzene. So, benzyl chloride is this one, benzene with CH2Cl. Okay. So, this benzyl chloride on treatment with aqueous NaOH, heat, add dilute HNO3. So, you will get CH2OH. Okay. What is this? Benzyl alcohol. Okay. So, this is benzyl alcohol. Okay. And you will get NaCl plus NaCl. Now, this NaCl in aqueous form will combine with AgNO3 and you will get AgCl, white precipitate, plus NaNO3, right. Whereas, for chlorobenzene, again same reaction, aqueous NaOH, heat, add dilute HNO3, okay, you will get no reaction. Okay. So, we have seen all the possibilities in what way they can ask in the board exam. One thing you have to keep in mind, that the halogen which is attached to this carbon, right, if this carbon is sp2 hybridized, right, then the cleavage of this bond becomes difficult, and if this bond is difficult to break, then OH minus will not be able to substitute this Cl minus, right, and you will not get any substituted product and NaCl will not come out, right. Whereas, if this carbon is sp3 hybridized, okay, if this carbon is sp3 hybridized, then it is easy to break this bond and OH minus can easily replace this Cl minus. You will get NaCl and that NaCl will combine with AgNO3 to give white precipitate, right. So, I hope you have understood the distinguished reactions of these types. If you have any doubt, you can very well ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Press the bell icon to get the latest updates on upcoming videos.